Hello, I'm Mark. Welcome. Doing another single malt Scotch tasting today, review. And anyway, I had to start this over again. I messed up on the video, so I did just pour this from here. And anyway, so today we have GlenAllachie, which is a Speyside single malt Scotch. This is the 8-year-old Koval Rye quarter cask finish. So a quarter cask is a cask that's only holds about 13 gallons or about 50 liters. It's made with American oak from, I believe, Minnesota, and then the distillery of the Koval distillery is actually in Chicago. It was matured in ex-bourbon casks and finished in the rye casks. So anyway, GlenAllachie means Valley of the Stones. They're Speyside, founded in 1967, mothballed in 1985, restarted in 89 under the ownership of Pernod Richard. Mainly produced blends under Chivas, but they did have two single malt offerings, traditionally a 16 and 18, but probably very hard to find. New independent ownership occurred in 2017, one of which was Billy Walker, formerly of the Ben Riach GlenAllachie group, and he basically is one of the owners of this, and so he's kind of taking control of this and is one of the owners, so he's not bound by Brown-Forman's wishes. So anyway, the core line they have is a 10, 12, 15, 18, 25, maybe a 21. They do a lot of single casks. I probably couldn't even get all the single casks if I wanted to. I guess they have 6 washbacks, 4 stills, 2 wash, 2 spirit, and the spirit stills are separate so they can operate independently. They have the capacity there to make about 1 million gallons a year, but they cut it down to 20% just so they can concentrate on single malts. And what else can I tell you? That's about all I can tell you. That's all I can think about for GlenAllachie. I've done several of theirs. I've reviewed several of theirs in the past. I've done really the whole core line except the 25, which I'll get around to doing that one day. So maybe soon. So anyway, there's your color. So let me go ahead and read to you what it says. Okay, GlenAllachie Wood Finish Series comprises signature expressions of our finest malts. We source exceptionally high quality casks from around the world that will add varying characteristics to our whiskey. The finishing period varies, but each enriches the depth and exquisite GlenAllachie spirit. 40% ABV, no chill filtration, no color added, 48% ABV. So, okay, so you have in your hand a bottle of GlenAllachie Koval Rye quarter cask wood finish. Yeah, they did do a wood finish series. I have a Marsala and a PX also that I'll get around to doing someday. Anyway, the GlenAllachie wood finish series comprises our signature expression of our finest malts from master distiller Billy Walker, sourcing niche producers by buying small batches of casks from around the world. Billy has left no stone unturned. He looks for well-maintained fresh casks that will complement the whiskey rather than overpower it. Casks of different oak types, adding varying characteristics to the maturing whiskey. The finishing period varies, but each enriches the depth of the exquisite GlenAllachie spirit. This golden malt was first matured in the finest American oak wood barrels with an additional maturation in organic rye quarter casks from Chicago's Koval distillery. The liquid to wood ratio is greater here, so the flavor is released more rapidly. We closely monitor the process to produce an exciting sensational result. It says it's full of spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, honey, and butterscotch. On the taste, it's sweet spices, honey, butterscotch, apples, and cloves. So yes, it's in a quarter cask, so that you wouldn't want to age something in a quarter cask for too terribly long because it's going to get overpowered. So, okay. On to the nose. I've already rolled this a couple times. Like I said, I had to restart this video. But I have not tried this to my knowledge. So, okay. I'm getting citrus. Yeah. lemon, ginger, not getting too much of that rye spice. So, does it say anything of melon? It seems like I'm getting a little bit of melon. Okay. No, I'm getting a little bit of melon. I'm not getting that honey. There is some rye to it. I am getting that rye. I'm not going to say the rye spice as much as just the rye spirit. Do you get some of the oak? For sure. I would hope. Quarter cask, I would hope I would get some oak. Fruit. There's also some pears in there. So, alright. What do we get on the palate? I am getting the grain, a malt, a little peppery, not too much. Getting the oak for sure. Wow, that's really good. I am getting maybe the melon in here. Fruit, there's some orchard fruit in there too. Does it say melon? It doesn't say melon, but that's what I'm getting. I am not getting the cloves or the butterscotch. I get the grain. I get the malt. It's really, but I like malt forward, so I'm probably going to like this one quite a bit. Okay, again, kind of getting a little bit of the honey here in the back. More oak comes through. Definitely some ginger comes in. This is really good. Yeah. Malt, grain, pepper, oak, sweet, some cinnamon and ginger. Finish is a little hotter, a little spicy on the finish. Maybe some pears, but I don't get anything what they say, but this is really good though. Wow. For 48, I would have bet that this was a 40. If I had done this blind, I would have said this was 40% ABV. It is not as hot as 48 for sure. That's really good for an 8-year-old. That's awesome. I'm sorry, I just don't get the honey and butterscotch. I can maybe get pears, not really apples, but I get to get some melon. I get some pepper, oak, melon, and grain. I get that malty grain. It's delicious. This is an awesome. I would drink this every day. This would be this is because this is reasonably priced. I don't think I know I didn't pay $100 for this. I probably paid like $50-$60, maybe a little bit more. I really don't remember. Love this. I would drink this every day. This would be my everyday scotch if you came over to my house. Of course, I'm going to be impossible to find it, but hey. Whew. I'm feeling good today. So we're going to give this a 9. This is excellent. I know they have another rye cask out. I think it's 12 years maybe, or 10 or 12. And I think there's also a 9. They've done several, but this is the only one. I did find the 10 recently, but I'm finally getting around to doing the 8. God knows when I'll get to the 10. So, okay. Great dram. See you next time.